Hey there, and welcome to I Reckon I'll Read It, the podcast where two Okie gals talk books, share recs, and don't hold back on their mighty big opinions. I'm Beccah.
And I'm Summer. We're so glad you're here. Go ahead and grab some sweet tea, get cozy, and get ready for some good old-fashioned book talk.
We've got a whole heap of books to talk about, and we reckon you're going to want to stick around.
Hi, Beccah. Sounds like a chipmunk.
Ooh, like I'm not very good at sound effects, but I'm just going to say like, ooh, I can do a chickmunk and do that and really impress people.
Thought went through your mind just now?
Yeah, because I like that is a skill I do not have. Like I cannot make sound effects.
But you can make a chipmunk.
But now I can be like, I'm an expert chipmunker.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, let's just get into these books.
Okay, Beccah, I have a spur of the moment question for you.
I'm terrified because I didn't even try to get it out of you before, so I have no clue what you're going to ask me.
This is a fun one.
Okay.
Okay. What is your current favorite bookish accessory?
Oh, that is a good one.
Influence me. Try to get me to spend some money. Or not.
Well, okay, here's what's kind of weird about me is I'm not really I don't have a Kindle. So it's like I don't have all the fun Kindle things.
Yeah.
So like headphones.
Yeah.
Because I listen to audiobooks.
I mean, it could be pens. It could be.
Well, I mean, if we're going to that route, because I've really upped my pen game.
You have a great pen game.
I have a really good pen game. But to be honest, it's not really an accessory, but I'm going to say it is an accessory, but maybe not in the same way that you're thinking. But I love my little book pouch things.
Book pouch. Tell me about them.
Like the little cloth ones that you put your book in and
I
have multiple of them. And they're like my favorite things.
So do you always have your book safely in a pouch when you like throw it in a bag to leave your house?
I would say yes, but right now I have 3 books in that bag over there and they're not. None of them are in the book. Because my book pouches are all in use at the moment.
Okay.
So, but yes, I like to have my little book pouches. I have multiple, so they have kind of different things happening in them.
Nice.
They're like designated.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my pen game. I love I love a good bookmark.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm typically just using a receipt in there. But I have all them bookmarks and they're all in a cup waiting for me to use them and they just sit there and weep.
See, that's funny. I also love to collect bookmarks and then I never use them. I keep them in a drawer and I use, napkins, unused, receipts, lots of receipts, especially from like the bookstore where I bought it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, same. I have an old book that gets pulled out. I think it might be one I teach with or something because it gets pulled out, but not frequently enough. Like maybe every couple years. With a bookmark in it is still a receipt from Barnes & Noble from like 12 years ago.
Wow.
Back when, and they may still, I don't go to Barnes & Noble very often anymore, but they had like book recs for you at the bottom.
I remember those.
And so it's like whatever I bought. And then it's like, oh, if you like this title, check out these books. And that's like the bookmark. And I pull it out probably for classic every 2 years. And then I'm always like, that Barnes & Noble receipt. And I just leave it in there. So, but I do collect those bookmarks and they sit in a little cup by my desk. And they just sit there and stare at me longingly and say, use me.
Does it make you feel guilty?
Sometimes I'm like, you should really use those. And then I'm like, but I got to get up and go get it.
Yeah, I feel that.
The receipt wins every time. Or the candy wrapper.
Oh, gosh.
It doesn't matter what it is. The shoe, my phone.
I also use my phone as a bookmark. If I'm coming back, obviously I'm going to need my phone otherwise. My current favorite bookish accessory is a follow-up to our Christmas wish list. You know what I'm going to talk about?
Is it your pillow?
Yes, my giant book pillow. So on our Christmas wish list spotlight segment, we were talking about things that we hoped to get. And I did, in fact, because I sent a link Get the book book pillow
for me.
Yes, get the book pillow that I wanted. And I went on a journey in my research for what book pillow was going to be best for my needs. Because originally I saw like the little itty bitty poofs that you just like rest your Kindle on, that are like $30-$40 for this little poof. I'm like, I could probably sew this for cheaper, but then I'd have to like
you would actually have to
sew it and yeah,
that ain't gonna happen.
So instead I found I went down a rabbit hole of like Amazon recommendations of like, if you're looking at this, you might like this, or you might like this, you might like this.
Oh, so like the Barnes and Noble receipts?
Yes, exactly. And it morphed from this little itty bitty poof that rests on your lap to basically like a nursing breastfeeding pillow.
Oh yeah, that's 100% what that looks like.
Looks like a horseshoe that wraps around my body.
Did it was it marketed as a book pillow though?
Yes.
Yeah, because like I've seen this pillow and I'm like, yeah, it's a nursing pillow.
Yeah.
That is so funny that they've just like, oh, let's take this and just like rebrand it. Some
I guess so.
Breastfeeding mom was like, you know what I'm using this pillow more for? My book than my baby. So I should sell it and just say it's a book pillow.
Well, it's cute and it's soft. It's like blue, velour-y, velvety. And
cerulean.
And I love it. It brings me so much joy. It travels through my house, whether it's on my couch or if I'm going to go read in bed. I bring this giant pillow with me over my shoulder, whip it over my shoulder to go to my bedroom so I can read in bed. It's great. It props up my book so I don't have like a crick in my neck. And it is just bringing me so much joy.
That's so cute.
That's my favorite book accessory at the moment.
That's cute. I don't have that. I use my kids' Mickey Mouse.
Oh, I thought you said I use my kid.
Sometimes.
That's a book pillow.
I use his he has like this this Mickey Mouse that the ones that are like laying on their tummy and like kind of like weighted.
Oh.
I put it on my legs and I use his Mickey Mouse.
That would be nice. That like weighted.
But then he gets mad at me.
Yeah.
Steals it like it's his. But yeah, so sorry. I have lots of book accessories. They're not really exciting, I guess. I'm an old school.
You don't know it, but someone out there is saying, ooh, pins right now.
They're saying, ooh, 10-year-old Barnes and Noble receipts.
Okay.
Listen, I get that from my mom, though, because my mom, she, has stuff like that in her purse all the time. Like, oh, like an envelope or, old receipts. But my favorite is, at restaurants. She doesn't want to wait for a to-go box. Now, if it's, a liquid thing, she will. But if it's, a piece of pizza, she will put it in an envelope that's in her purse and be like, I'm just going to put it in this envelope and take it.
I'm sorry.
I'm not kidding.
She did this. Carries an envelope.
Well, they're just she has some envelopes in her purse.
Like a manila envelope? Like a white letter envelope? Letter,
but the birthday card size. And
she'll put pizza in it? Uh-huh. Isn't it oily?
Oh, yeah. But she just holds it in the car. And when she gets home, she puts it in something real.
She doesn't just fold it back into the purse?
No. She doesn't put it in the purse after. She carries it like a little to-go box, but it's just in an envelope. This is, sorry, Mom. She did this at my house the other day. She was wanting to take I think it was a cookie. She's like, I'm just going to take this cookie. And I was like, okay, I'll get you a little baggie. And she's like, it's okay. I'll just put it in this envelope. And she put the cookie in the envelope and took it on their trip home.
I have never...
We've made fun of my mom for this for
heard
years.
Of this.
Because it's not a normal thing.
No.
My mom is very what is that? Ingenuitive though? Is that the right word?
Sure.
Where it's nobody else would think of this solution. It's oh, Mom, I can't find the stepladder and I need to get to this really high spot. These curtains, I need to pull them over and I can't reach them. And I'll go in the back, I'm looking for something, and come back in, and my mom's got kitchen tongs. And she's just moving them over. I'm like, oh, I never would have thought of kitchen tongs. She was like, it was the obvious answer. The same way as the envelope.
No,
I had this envelope.
Really greasy pizza, whatever I'm gonna do. I've got an envelope.
I'm telling you, it's wild. So yeah.
Wow. I'm never going to look at an envelope the same.
So I think I get some of that weird, it's
just
here.
Use whatever you have.
Just use it. Mm-hmm. So what about these books?
On that note, nice little segue.
That's funny.
Well, it is time for one of our favorite parts of the show, our weekly reading roundup.
This is where we each share what we just finished, what we're currently reading, and what's up next on the old TBR.
Okay, Beccah, tell me, what have you recently finished?
Okay. So, guys, I did it. I picked up Summer on the way here, and she does this to me all the time, where she walks into my house and she's crying because she read a book. And I had like 3 minutes left of the book when I pulled into her driveway. And I went in and I wasn't crying like you were coming into my house crying, but I was definitely like teary-eyed and like emotional from a book. And I just finished today.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to tell you about it.
I was curious when I was like, hey, do you want to? And you're like, yeah, give me 2 minutes.
Because I was crying. Get off my back. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just saying that was out of the normal for you.
It was. So we have a mutual friend.
Mm-hmm.
This one, it's your bestie, that's been talking about this book. And I have not told her I'm reading it because I didn't want you to find out I'm reading it. So this is a surprise for all. She told us about this book a while back, and everyone that she's told about is kind of like, oh, okay. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it out. The Traveling Cat Chronicles.
No.
Yes. It was so good. Okay. I have no idea how to say this person's name. Yeah, I'm going to let you look at it.
Let's see. Hiro Arikawa.
I believe he's Japanese. I probably should look that up before I just say that. But they reference Japan like in the book. So
and who's the translator?
Oh, hold on just a second. Also, I am so sorry. I believe this is a female.
Oh.
I made a lot of assumptions based on that name, and I really apologize. But it's translated by Philip Gabriel.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. Tell me about it.
First of all, I'm so happy that I read like a cat book because, guys, I make fun of a lot of cat books, but this one really caught my eye. I make fun of like the cat solving like a murder.
Oh, like a cozy.
I mean, I make fun of them in the best way. Like I have a friend who reads those and I'm just like, that's so cute. But also I'm going to laugh at them. Okay. We take journeys to explore exotic new places and return to the comforts of home, to visit old acquaintances and to make new friends. But the most important journey is the one that shows us how to follow our hearts. An instant international bestseller and indie bestseller, The Traveling Cat Chronicles has charmed readers around the world. With simple yet descriptive prose, the novel gives voice to Nana the cat and his owner, Satoru, as they take to the road on a journey with no other purpose than to visit 3 of Satoru's longtime friends, or so Nana is led to believe. With his crooked tail, a sign of good fortune, an adventurous spirit, Nana is the perfect companion for the man who took him in as a stray. And as they travel in a silver van across Japan and its ever-changing scenery and seasons, they will learn the true meaning of courage and gratitude, of loyalty and love. I almost got teary-eyed thinking about it because I know what happens. I'm not going to cry.
I feel like I very rarely see you like this after you finished a book.
I think our friend who recommended this is feeling very like vindicated right now listening to this on air. She's going to be like, yes, I told you.
She talked about this book at our book club and like the room was not sold. She was like, hang on, let me justify this.
Yeah. And then she's told me multiple times, like, I really think you would like it because just some weird books I end up liking. She's like, I think you'll like it. And she was right. It's so good. Okay. So let me tell you though, this book is told from the cat's perspective, which already, like, that should have been all that someone had to tell me, and I would have been like, I'm in. This cat is so funny.
Yeah?
You know what it reminds me of?
Marcellus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remarkably Bright Creatures. So if you are a Remarkably Bright Creatures fan, you will love this book.
Okay, that is very good to know.
I don't want to basically... And it's kind of, you don't really know the reason why. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to go around without giving away too much. He has this cat and like kind of goes into how they found each other. But then he has to find somebody to take the cat for him because there's something happening that like he can't have the cat anymore.
Okay.
And so they're going on this like basically like this road trip to the potential people who were going to take Nana for him. And they're like 3 like core people in his life who were like his friends and some of like the most, either the happiest or the saddest or like the most trials or like whatever. And so like you get his story with them at each house they visit, but it's all through the cat's perspective. And it's so funny because he also knows that like, so this might be one of the people that I'm supposed to live with. Like, yeah, right. Like I am not living with this person. Like the cat's so funny. It's beautiful. I will say that like it is a joyful and a happy book, but it is also like a book of loss and like sadness. And so it's definitely like a book that you're going to be like heartbroken and sad, but like at the same time joyful. I don't know if that makes sense because it's a journey of life. If like, so it's like I'm emotional because how the book ends, but at the same time I'm like, oh, it's one of the most beautiful books I've ever read. Wow. Just listening to this like cat and his relationship with his owner, and it's so good.
I mean, you know how I am about animals.
You're gonna love it.
I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I'm sure I'm gonna cry.
Oh yeah, you're gonna cry.
If you were almost crying.
I know that like they like you'll probably pick up pretty quickly. Like by 20% in, I was like, oh no, I think I know what's gonna happen, kind of thing. So I'm not gonna say it on here because obviously it's a spoiler, but at the same time, it's like I do think you know. So like you have this like whole like journey to kind of go on with them,
and even knowing it didn't make it like
no. If anything, it makes it all way more sentimental and way more like beautiful and telling and special and like all the things.
Yeah,
but they also like she has another book called like The Goodbye Cat, and I'm curious if that's like a sequel.
Interesting.
I don't really know.
From what I've gathered with very minimal research, I think this is like a genre of like Japanese fiction about cats. Like I think that's a genre.
Okay, I will say the whole time I was reading this book, I was like, why have I never thought of writing a book like this? I mean, because you guys know I'm such an author. But I'm like, it's like complex, but it feels like something so doable. Like you're just like telling a life story through the perspective of like an observer, if that makes sense. And it's like, I could do that. I could like tell stories of my life that like from the eyes of like whatever. I don't know. Like I was just like, this is so, I don't want to say it's simple because it's not simple. Like it's so complex, but it's like the simplicity of it. I was like, I want to read my life's journey back through the eyes of a cat.
That would be ideal.
But I don't have a cat because I have allergies. So thanks, Oklahoma trees. Because now I can't have a cat tell my story at my funeral one day.
Give it a mic. Let's hear what it has to say.
That cat a mic. Man, anyways.
Well, I reckon I'll read this.
And it's a novella, so it's super short.
Really? I didn't know that.
I think the audio is like 6 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is pretty short.
It goes, I kept thinking when I started, I was like, oh my gosh, like, is this going to like kill me? And like, I'm not going to want to turn it on because I don't want to like go through. No, like you're literally like waiting for the next, like, oh, I want to know what happens at the next friend's house. And I want to know the reason why he won't give that friend the cat or whatever. Because it's like, he's basically, let's go see if you'll fit here. There's like always something that like keeps it from happening. So like, I was like, oh, I want to know what happens next. I want to know what happens next. Even though like, you know, it's going to end. Again, like, I don't want to say it's tragic. It is sad. But like the way the story's told, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So even if like you're scared of sad books, I think this is like a good one.
It's okay. Yeah. It's okay to access your emotions every now and then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm just reading.
Nice.
What I'm just reading. That's what I just read. I'm an English teacher. So what about you?
Okay.
Up that one. One up it.
Well, I think this is the year of novellas for us.
Listen, I'm killing some novellas right now.
Well, what I just finished is also a novella. Very different, though.
I need another good one.
I would be very curious if I could convince you to read this one, actually.
That's not that's not hopeful.
Not a good sign.
Not a good sign.
Okay, so the one that I just finished, let me pull it up. All Systems Read by Martha Wells, aka the first novella in the Murderbot series. Don't look at me like that.
Let me see this cover.
Don't look at it like that. Don't judge it.
I'm not judging it. Listen, sometimes I judge like little robot-y things, but then I've read a few and I'm like, oh, that was actually really good. So
okay, I have heard so much about this series. It's a series of novellas called the Murderbot Diaries. And I think a lot of people read them like as one thing, which I want to say there's like 6, 7, 8, 9 of these. Okay. I've only read the first one. Just finished it last night. And I kind of just wanted like a quick win. I wanted something. And I was searching through the available now on Libby. And I saw this. And I was like, oh, yeah, Murderbot. I heard about that. And
oh, yeah, I need a good robot that's murdering things.
Okay. I'm going to. Don't judge. I told you not to judge, Beccah.
I can't help it. I'm a judger.
You are a judger.
I'm a chipmunker and a judger. I need to quit saying that word. It does not sound like what I want it to sound like.
Okay. Also, I have seen this all over because they just made it into an Apple TV Plus TV show called Murderbot, starring Alexander Skarsgård.
Okay.
And here, what do you think of that picture? Does it convince you anymore?
I mean, yeah, kind of.
It's a more attractive face.
I'm here for a little bit of what's happening in that photo.
Okay, so let me tell you what this story is about. Okay. Well, I don't know that this sentence is going to convince you. Okay. This is a quote. A murderous android discovers itself in All Systems Read, a tense science fiction adventure by Martha Wells that interrogates the roots of consciousness through artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Interesting, right?
It didn't like completely ruin it. It had some good buzzwords in there for me.
Okay, this is a quote from Murderbot himself. As a heartless killing machine...
Oh no, you got to say it like a robot. As a heartless killing... That was me trying to do a sound effect.
I liked your robot arms as
but then
you were
I
going.
just had like a normal voice. What does a robot sound like? Beep, beep, beep. No. Yeah, see, I can't do them. Guys, I cannot do sound effects.
Okay, more on that in a second. That in a second.
So you're not going to do it in a robot voice?
Heck no.
Okay.
No, I'm going to use my voice. He says...
It's a great voice.
Thank you. He says, as a heartless killing machine, I was a complete failure. Intriguing.
What a pun.
What? It's not a pun.
Wait, read it again? Like a computer failure, like.
Oh, well, maybe.
Like a.
Keep making these sounds.
I'm like a robot that like is trying to do something that's like. Okay. So I guess it's not really a pun, but it made me think of a robot.
We should talk about sci-fi more often.
Oh, we should. I
really
don't know
brings
why
it out.
It's so hard for me. It's like fantasy, fae, shape shifters. I'm here for it. But a robot? No way. That's not realistic. They are
it's fiction.
They're real. No.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to keep going. Okay.
I'll let you get through it this time. I won't say anything else.
I don't believe you. In a corporate-dominated spacefaring future, planetary missions must be approved and supplied by the company. Capital C.
She put that in quotes.
Exploratory teams are accompanied by company-supplied security androids for their own safety. But in a society where contracts are awarded to the lowest bidder, safety isn't a primary concern. On a distant planet, a team of scientists are conducting surface tests, shadowed by their company-supplied droid, a self-aware sec unit that has hacked its own governor module and refers to itself, though never out loud, as Murderbot. Scornful of humans, all it really wants to be is left alone long enough to figure out who it is. Well,
okay, well, I'm here for that.
Well,
this poor little robot just wants to know what its identity is.
Which I will say,
which I guess is a murderer.
That's a little more like altruistic than it actually is. All he really wants to do is like watch streaming services like that he's downloaded into his brain. Like that's all he wants to do.
Well, you kind of humanized him for me, and I was here for it, and then you kind of like, never mind. Okay.
Well, okay.
But I mean, also same.
He goes on a journey. Okay. Let's see. But when a neighboring mission goes dark, it's up to the scientists and their murder bot to get to the truth. So I did not read that going into this. I just knew it was about a funny robot.
You pulled a Beccah?
I did.
Okay.
I knew it
was
like
a robot book?
Yeah. It was only 3 hours on audio.
Okay. I would have done that too, probably.
And I guess we can get into it now. It was on graphic audio. What
do you mean by that?
Look, there's a little banner on here that says graphic audio.
Oh.
It's like a type of audiobook that I've tried before, and I hated
all like the sound effects and stuff.
It has full cast and it has sound effects.
Beep beep boop beep beep boop beep beep.
Exactly.
Beep 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 boop boop.
Exactly.
I'm a great robot. I don't know what y'all are talking about. That could have also probably been a chipmunk though too.
The only other audiobook that I've listened to in graphic audio was A Court of
Thorns and Roses.
No, what's the Christmas one?
The Christmas special, Frost and Starlight.
Yes, A Court of Frost and Starlight. Hated it. It was so bad.
There's some things in that book that I don't know if I'd want.
No,
in graphic audio.
I don't want to hear that. This one was so good. It was so good. The person who narrates Murderbot was really good, but then also just like the sci-fi of it all.
So is it multiple characters too?
Yes.
So it's not like one person with just background stuff going
Correct.
on. It's a whole cast.
But I like, because they were like in a spaceship, like it was cool to hear the sounds, and there was like fighting like between like the bad guys and the good guys, and like you could hear the stuff in the background. And I feel like it really added to the experience. I did slow it down a little bit. I didn't do my normal 2 point whatever. Like I slowed it down a bit because there were sound effects in the background, but it made it honestly like a movie.
Could you imagine those sped up? I think that I'm going to just start doing sound effects for whatever the theme of your book is. So it's like the cat Chronicles, meow, in the background.
That was your book.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
you're having a great time with your sound effects over there tonight.
I am.
You have a lot of
I'm just embracing how bad they are. They're so
bad. So I liked the sound effects. It was cool. It made it feel like a movie.
I could actually see that would be cool on that.
It almost like grounded it more, because this really drops you in there. Like it doesn't do like exposition dump where it like tells you what's going on. Like it just drops you in. It's a novella. You gotta go and like use a lot of context clues. Like what's a sec unit? Figure it out pretty quickly. Reading
that like blurb, I'm like, well, this is why I don't really do sci-fi, because I don't know 90% of that jargon.
I think you would love this. I probably would though, because it is this like android who like hacked his system so that he didn't have to follow orders because he just wanted to watch movies. But then he starts to feel like protective of his humans.
Okay, yeah.
And
yeah, I mean, how is that really different than the cat over here?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm telling you, you just... Okay, listen. I will do some very little sci-fi. But for some reason, when it gets into like robot stuff, that is always like a weird, like, I don't know, just like it's not an interest of mine. So I would never just go and grab it. I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy it, because I think I would. Because I did that with like TJ Klune's book and The Lives of Puppets. I was like, I'm going to hate this. Like, it's about
puppets and
yeah, but the puppets are robots or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, probably more the humans are. Anyways, so I was like, this is going to be so dumb, but I love him. Let me read it. And then I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I've never loved a robot more than that little Roomba.
The Roomba. I do love that.
And so it's like, I do think I would like it. For some reason, it's like a mental thing.
Yeah. Which I will say, this doesn't feel science-y, jargony, robot-y, because it doesn't really focus on that.
Which is interesting, because the blurb is very science, jargony.
Right. And like those words are there.
Yeah.
But that's not what you're really paying attention to. You care about the people and
I
what they're going
for a
through.
Robot just trying to watch streaming videos.
Yeah,
I'm here for that. So that sold it.
And
I want to know why it's called Murder Bot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I reckon I'll try it. I mean, 3 hours
was so good. It was so good.
I could do that tonight.
I had so much fun with it. And the way it ends, because I know there's like 6 or 7 or however many more of these, I'm intrigued. Honestly, so much happens in this 3-hour audiobook. Mm-hmm. I'm so intrigued to see where it goes based on where it ended. So I cannot wait to keep going, and I think you should try it.
Okay, I think I will.
And I want to watch the TV show now.
I mean, with that guy's face.
Alexander Skarsgård.
I'll watch it just for that. So.
And it's funny. It's like a humorous. Okay, I'm done. I'm done talking about this book. But okay, what are you currently reading?
Oh, okay. I am currently reading also something a little different. I don't want to say different than my normal, but all right. I'm currently reading Ceremony.
By
Leslie Silko, and. Have you started this one yet?
I have not. I own the book, but I have not started it.
So I am probably about halfway through it. It's a hard read. I about said a chonker, but it's not a chonker. But it's like a dense. It's a chonker in like taking it in.
Okay.
But the book is not necessarily that long. Okay, let me read the synopsis.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking at this quote on the back really quick, too. Let me read the quote on the back and then I read the synopsis.
Okay.
It says, Ceremony is the greatest novel in Native American literature. It is one of the greatest novels of any time and place. I have read this book so many times that I probably have it memorized. I teach it and I learn from it, and I'm continually in awe of its power, beauty, rage, vision, and violence. Sherman Alexie.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Set in the insular world of the Laguna Pueblo Reservation, but resonating far beyond, Leslie Marmon Silko's novel tells the story of Teo, an Army veteran of mixed ancestry who returns to the reservation, scarred by his experience as a prisoner of the Japanese. Only by immersing himself in the Indian past and its traditions can he begin to regain the peace that was taken from him. Masterfully written, filled with the somber majesty of Pueblo myth, Ceremony is a work of enduring power. Okay. There is so much going on in this book. So it is definitely, I don't know if you've ever read it, but I think I did tell you this. It gives me a little bit of like Slaughterhouse-Five vibes. Mm-hmm. Different, or I think, I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I read Slaughterhouse-Five. But where you have this like man who comes back and there's just like a lot of trauma. So, but this one is obviously different because like they're Native American characters who were kind of fighting in a war that wasn't really theirs, but like wanted to be a part of it, to belong, but then like not really respected for their part in it. So you get like a little bit of that happening. You get a lot of bit of that happening. I don't know why I said a little bit. But he's suffering from PTSD. So it's just wild. Like you never know where you are. Like he goes back and forth from settings. Like this 2-page span right here. Like, oh, he's in the hospital. Oh, he's in a train station. Oh, he passes out. Oh, he's in Japan. Oh, he's in like a train station again. Like, so because he's just going out of like episodes. Like and like the memories kind of get mixed together, or like while he's in the train station, he sees something that like takes him back to Japan.
So it's almost like stream of consciousness,
like a little bit, and it's literally like PTSD episodes almost. Like he'll be like talking. There's like a scene where he's like at the bar with a lot of these people, and like one of them, I can't remember if they're like crunching something in their teeth. I can't remember. But it's like the sound of that reminds him of like this person being killed in the jungle. And so like it takes him back there. And so it's like, it's pretty graphic in that sense too, because it's wartime and it's like really brutal, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't say like it's like in-depth descriptions of all the things, but just like the heartache of war and like the brutality of war, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But I think one of the most unique things about this book is how she constructs it, which is one thing that like I know we were both drawn to when we both picked this book up for a book club. And when you're flipping through it, you have some like, I'll call them prose section, but I will say as I'm reading this book, I've also been like doing like a lot of like internet stuff on the side, making sure I'm following because I don't want to miss anything because it jumps so much. It's like I'll read a chapter and then I'm going and reading like online summary or like analysis because I want to make sure like, oh, okay, because I just don't want to miss it. And I've seen the whole book actually be referred to as verse, and like this being more like long verse and these being like more like short verse. But even most of the sites have been like, we're still going to call this the prose section because I mean, it does read like a novel,
narrative
but I just thought it was interesting.
So it goes between that and
like what if we're using like the normal like what people are comfortable with, it goes between like a narrative, like normal prose book, like you're just reading like a story, and then you'll flip the page and there's like a poem embedded into it. So if I say verse, that's what I mean. So sorry, my English teacher's coming a little bit. But basically he will like be real time, either like present or going back in a memory, or maybe he's in a dream or whatever. And there's something going on, like, oh, we're going through like this drought. Well, then it will shift to this like poetry / verse section, and it will be like these old Pueblo myths told through poetry about like, oh, the reed stalk and like the corn stalk and the corn stalk, I don't think it's corn, but just bear with me here, is like jealous of the water that the reed's in, so she takes all the water away. And so it's like describing like how the droughts, like in that like old like Native American like myth and lore type storytelling. And so you see that like juxtaposed like next to each other. It's super interesting, but it's very difficult.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, like to follow it.
It's like you have to study it.
Yeah, like it is not like, oh, I'm just going to sit down and read this real quick. Like, I just don't, I mean, I'm not saying you can't, but I feel like you would really miss. And there's like a ton of like white space in the book. Like you almost need this, because I mean, we obviously listen to a lot of audiobook. I can't do this in audio. I tried. The only way I could do it in audio if I actually had the book in front of me and listening to it, but at that point, I'm just going to read it. But it's like, there's so much white space. It's so intentional. Like one page literally just says sunrise, period, on it. Like that's it. And then the next page, it jumps to the character and like he's in a dream hearing 3 different languages, Spanish, Japanese, Laguna. And there's like all these names and characters. And it's just like, okay. So, but I will tell you, it is, I can see why it is like studied as like this, what did they say back here? The greatest novel in Native American literature. Like, I'm sure that's debatable. Like, there's tons of wonderful novels in Native American literature. But I can definitely see, like, this being studied as, like, literature.
Like
and
capital L.
Yeah, so, like, capital L. And not, like, oh, did you, like, read that, like, current book that was out or whatever? Like, no, this isn't something that someone's just like, oh, did you go pick up Ceremony? Like, let's just talk about it real quick. Like, no, this one's going to take a little bit more of your, like, brain
Do you know
energy.
When was it originally published?
That is a good question. I feel like I
because this was a pick for Second Story Books' Classics Book Club.
Yes. First published in America in 1977. I will say, so I didn't get the book finished before book club because we just had it. Sorry, confessions with Beccah. I also already kind of knew how this book ended just because it's obviously talked about a lot. But I will say a lot of people at book club were very disappointed in the ending.
Really?
Very. So
because they didn't know.
I think they just felt like there wasn't enough closure. And like, oh, that was it? Like, so I'd be interested to kind of, once you finish it, for us to see how you felt. Like someone was like, it was a 5-star until the ending and it went down to a 4 for me.
Wow. Well, I mean, just down to a 4.
Yeah. But I think they were giving it a 4 because it's just like brilliantly constructed.
Yeah.
But
it did its job.
It did its job. But I think they were just kind of like, what? So Anyways, obviously there's a lot of like the whole idea of like these ceremonies of like this cleansing to help him heal and all that stuff. So it's like a journey of him like trying to be fixed with his PTSD, and like the white doctors aren't doing it. So we're going to go back to these like more like traditional healing stuff. I don't know. There's a lot. I think you would love it.
Well, I do reckon I'll read it.
Yes.
I purchased a copy of it, and then I did not get to it in time for book club. But I do intend to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, well, because you couldn't be at book club that week that we had it anyways, but it was like, you can't do this in like 2 days either.
Right. Yeah.
I was
need
like,
some time.
because you were like, maybe I could finish it and find a way to get, and I was like, I don't think that's going to happen. I worked on it for like 4 days and made it halfway through.
Yeah.
So, I know. That was a real weird like transition though. We went from like beep, boop,
robots
boop, 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 to war
PTSD.
I feel like I got real serious real quick. And
Yeah.
I went real English teacher, so I'm so sorry for that.
That is okay.
Okay, so what are you currently reading?
Okay, so I am currently reading Cursed Daughters by Oyinkan Braithwaite. Have you seen this?
I have not. But it's beautiful.
Right? It's just like the best cover.
Sorry, I was like really narrowed in on that name. Say it again.
Oyinkan Braithwaite.
Oyinkan.
And I think I'm saying that right. I watched like videos of her introducing herself to try and say it right, but I don't know if I did. So this is her follow-up novel. I believe it was her debut. Don't quote me on that. My Sister, the Serial Killer. Do you remember that one? So this is that author.
Okay.
This is her most recent novel.
This author's really pretty. I'm sure she is. But like this cover is really, really pretty.
Yeah. Okay, let me tell you about it. Oh, this is the little like tagline blurb. A young woman must shake off a family curse and the widely held belief that she is the reincarnation of her dead cousin in this wickedly funny, brilliantly perceptive novel about love, female rivalry, and superstition from the author of the smash hit My Sister, the Serial Killer. Okay.
I don't know if I'm like bought in or terrified by that.
Let me give you some more, okay?
Okay.
When Ebun gives birth to her daughter Eniyi on the day they bury her cousin Monife, there was no denying this startling resemblance between the child and the dead woman. So begins the belief, fostered and fanned by the entire family, that Eniyi is the actual reincarnation of Monife, fated to follow in her footsteps in all ways, including that tragic end. There is also the matter of the family curse. No man will call your house his home, and if they try, they will not have peace, which has been handed down from generation to generation, breaking hearts and causing 3 generations of abandoned Faludun women to live under the same roof. When Eniyi falls in love with the handsome boy she saves from drowning, she can no longer run from her family's history. As several women in her family have done before, she ill-advisedly seeks answers in older, darker, spiritual corners of Lagos, demanding solutions. Is she destined to live out the habitual story of love and heartbreak? Or can she break the pattern once and for all, not only avoiding the spiral that led Monife to her lonely death, but liberating herself from all the family secrets and unspoken traumas that have dogged her steps since before she could remember? Cursed Daughters is a brilliant cocktail of modernity and superstition, vibrant humor and hard-won wisdom, romantic love and familial obligation. With its unforgettable cast of characters, it asks us what it means to be given a second chance and how to live both wisely and well with what we've been given.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a little depressed by that for some reason.
It's supposed to be so funny. Is it? I don't know. I'm like 25% into this one. And like the construction of it is really cool, but it is also a lot.
It feels really heavy.
Yeah.
But is it supposed to be humorous?
Yes, I think it's supposed to be humorous.
I wasn't getting that from the blurb.
I think it's like a family drama talking about like generational trauma.
My favorite topic.
Which I don't love a family drama, but I'm doing this. But yeah, it's supposed to be funny too. I think in like the interactions between the family members, it's probably supposed to be
honestly,
funny.
it probably makes it digestible. Because I feel like it feels so heavy that you almost need some like humor to probably be able to like consume. For me, like I feel like I need a little bit of that to like.
So I will say the construction of it is interesting. I'm about 25% in, and it jumps around in time. There's like 4 things we're following. One of which is, like, the first one is Ebun, when Monife dies and she gives birth to her daughter, Ini. The next one is flashback to Monife, which is like further back in time. Then we go all the way to 2023 with Ini as a like grown woman. So we see all those 3 women in their specific times. And then we also get like little sneak peeks at the family curse. So there's 4 things going at once, and it like cycles through them. So we get a little bit
family, like generational curses.
I guess so.
Maybe
we only get a little bit at a time, so it's not like
was I not supposed to psychoanalyze
super
that?
Heavy yet, because I'm only like in the beginning of each of their stories.
What's our like nation of origin for this?
I believe where is Lagos? Is that Nigeria?
Okay, I was thinking Nigeria, but I'm not sure.
Let's see. Yeah, Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay, so Nigerian.
And I'm listening to the audiobook of it, and the accents are really fun. Because like Monife specifically is Nigerian but grew up in England, and so she has more like a British accent, whereas like Ebun and Ini are from Lagos, and so their accents are different. It's fun, and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm curious to see, like, I haven't gotten to the heart-wrenching parts to like know how this curse has impacted them and what went wrong in their love lives.
Have you got to this that she thinks that she's her cousin?
Oh yeah, that's where the story starts. Is
that's
the day
that's like the most intriguing part to me.
The day that they bury Monife, Ebun goes into like too early labor. Like she's not due yet, and so it's like the timing of it. And then when Ini is born, she has all these features that look like Monife, and so Monife's mother, Ebun's aunt, is like, oh my gosh, it's my child. She was reincarnated. She was reborn. It's my baby. And Ebun is like, no, this is my baby. This is not your daughter. Because she was like, oh, I have a second chance, you know? And so that's where we start.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And then by the time we get to Ini's story as an older woman, I just read this, so I'm like 25% in. I don't think it's a spoiler, but I'm going to say it. If you don't want to hear it, skip ahead. So this is the very first part of Ini as a grown woman. She's like returning to the family home, and her aunt, which was Monife's mom, has dementia. And so she's like, hey, Monife, hey. And she's like, no, it's me. It's Ini. So there's like a lot going on there as far as like,
man, my English teacher is trying to come out real strong tonight, and I'm mistaken identities is like the...
I think there's going to be like a lot of symbolism and a lot of things there as like the generations go. So
interesting. Let me know.
I will. So I know I keep saying that, my serial killer. My sister
killer is the sister.
My sister, the serial killer, is supposed to be really funny too. Which I own that book. I bought it in paperback, and then I never read it. So maybe I will after this one. But it's supposed to be funny.
This sounds like a book that I would read for a book club.
Yeah.
But probably would have not picked it up by just reading the blurb. I would have been like, no, hard pass. I'm scared.
I know. I'm so intrigued by the cover. It's so pretty.
Yeah, the cover's beautiful.
And this is also a read with Jenna pick, which we talked about last episode.
You do love Jenna.
Like, well, I don't know that I love her picks, but I do know that with her picks, it's usually like a strong story about women and like familial relationships. Okay. So like, I'm getting that from the blurb. I don't know. I'm curious about it. We'll see.
I mean, it sounds right up your alley. I mean, like I shouldn't say it like that. It sounds like a book that you would read the back and be like, oh,
yeah,
I'm very intrigued by that. And I would read the back and say, hard pass.
See, but I'm also torn of like, do I want this to like actually go full curse and it be like magical realism or whatever, and like there's an actual curse?
You do.
Or do I want it to just be the symbolism of these women are falling into patterns and reliving because they believe it's a curse? And
if I had to guess, I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to say it's not going to go into full curse because I feel like it's probably going to be trying to break that Nigerian stereotype. That, you know, like I feel like it's probably wants to play with that because it's like a big, like, I mean, African in general, but like, I think Nigerian. See, I feel like I might be speaking some stuff that I.
Yeah, I will say. I don't know. There's been a couple things that are like, wait, what? Like at the beginning of Monife's story, she like adopts this dog. And then when Annie is a grown woman, 20 years later, the dog is still alive and is this very elderly dog. And Ebun said something like, well, this dog's almost been alive for 3 decades. I'm like, that's not possible, right?
If they're reliable narrators.
Maybe I mean, that's true.
Yeah, that's not, I mean, yes, I don't think that's
possible. I don't think there's a breed of dog that lives that long.
I don't know. I would just think that they would play with the symbolism and like the stereotype of that.
Yeah.
But then maybe use it for different purposes. But that would just be my guess. Who knows? Maybe they're going to go full in. And you would love it.
30-year-old dog. Let's go.
30-year-old. I mean, I would take a 30-year-old dog. If I had it for 30 years. I don't just want to like inherit a 30-year-old dog. Oh, that would be wild. Here, take my 30-year-old dog. Might have another decade in it. Might be gone tomorrow. Might actually already be dead.
Well,
just a ghost.
That's a question. Is the dog a ghost?
Maybe the dog's not real and they're just still seeing.
Hallucinating.
Maybe it's another dog and they think it's the old
reincarnation of the dog.
Or maybe it's a mistaken identity. This dog's like, dude, I'm not Rover. I'm George. Just because we looked a little similar. Okay, I'm going to stop now.
Well, on that note, what are you going to read next?
Oh, I am going to go with a classic.
Okay.
Okay, so this conversation came up with a coworker the other day. One of my School of English coworkers, and he's teaching like a Hemingway in class. And I was like, I'm going to make a confession. I've never actually read like a full Hemingway. Like I've read excerpts and like I've whatever for multiple reasons. There's just been reasons that I've never really picked him up. Some of it was just like intimidation. Some of it was like I've like tried like when I was younger. Then I was like, what am I reading? Okay. He's also just kind of like an odd writer. Have you ever read Hemingway?
I don't know that I have.
Okay. So obviously he is an author though that it's like you should read a Hemingway probably in your life at some point. So I asked my friend, what Hemingway would you suggest? I was like, I don't want a big one because I don't got time for that. And he suggested The Old Man and the Sea.
Oh, wait, I've read that.
Okay.
I think I read that in high school.
See, I didn't read Hemingway in high school.
Okay.
And so that's what I'm saying. A lot of people probably have read a Hemingway, but I just never did. And
yeah, that one's pretty short.
It's like 100 pages.
Yeah.
Y'all. I was like, I can do that. He actually suggested another one. Now I can't remember which one it was. And he was like, but start with Old Man and the Sea to get like comfortable with his style and stuff like that. But I kind of am on this like, because I have some big chunky books and heavy books that I'm trying to get through right now. So I like these like little side short, like, I mean, novellas, whatever, that I'm kind of like, they're nice. I'm so bogged down over here. Let me just read it quick.
See, I love how you're like, I need a quick book. I'm going to read Hemingway, and I read Murderbot.
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but just kidding. I mean, but you would also read a Hemingway.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
That's not completely true to our personalities, but kind of. I can't remember if he told me. Maybe The Sun Also Rises is what he said. I can't remember. But anyways, so I'm going to read The Old Man and the Sea.
Read the blurb.
Oh, I guess we got to care about that, don't we?
We got to hear about this old man and his sea.
And his sea. This also, wow, this blurb is like one sentence. Okay, let's see. This short novel, I mean, it's only like 100 pages. I guess I can't say a lot. This short novel, already a modern classic, is the superbly told tragic story of a Cuban fisherman in the Gulf Stream and the giant marlin he kills and loses, specifically referred to in the citation accompanying the author's Nobel Prize for Literature in 1954. What does that have to do with it? Anyways. So before you ask, because you're going to, I never know, 53.
Okay.
Yeah, 1953.
That makes sense if he won the Nobel Prize in 54.
Yeah. So he won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction in 1953.
For this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I knew that.
Well, I mean, it's listed under this book. It just says literary awards. I'm assuming it's for this book and not for just him in general.
I would also assume that. I don't know.
He also won the National Book Award finalist. Well, I don't know if he won that because he was a finalist for fiction. In the Premio Bancarella.
Sounds like Spanish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so setting is Cuba and Gulf of Mexico. But I think I'm intrigued by this. I also, if I'm thinking like old classics, so I read like an excerpt from Moby Dick in class, and it like spoke to me. But then like I also love the Rime of the Ancient Mariner, and so like I don't know, there's something about like these old classics on the sea that kind of get to me a little bit.
Okay,
and I don't really know why, because it's not like I'm like a seafaring Okie.
Right.
In my landlocked state. I did grow up under the lake.
Maybe you long for the open water.
I long. Let's analyze my longings. Let's
You're
not.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, let's move on. What are you reading next?
Okay, so I just have to mention that this might be the first episode that neither of us,
all two of us,
brought a romance.
Oh, I was really intrigued what you were going to say. And I was like, in my head, I was like, she's going to say smut.
Neither of us brought that either.
Nope. I brought a cat.
Mm-hmm. A cat, a robot, an old man, a
man,
30-year-old dog.
Man suffering with PTSD. A lot of like, we don't even know who the characters are in your book, if they're alive,
right? Reincarnated.
I don't know.
So the book I'm going to read up next is not fiction at all. It's nonfiction.
Oh, okay.
And it is called The Wisdom of Your Body, Finding Healing, Wholeness, and Connection Through Embodied Living by Hilary L. McBride, PhD.
Oh, I've heard of Hilary McBride.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this book, let me just read the blurb.
You and your nonfic. I can't wait.
Yeah, me and my nonfic. Me and my personal development. Here we go. Many of us have a complicated relationship with our body. Maybe you've been made to feel ashamed of your body or like it isn't good enough. Maybe your body is riddled with scars, stress, pain, or the effects of trauma. Maybe you think your body as an accessory to what you believe you really are, your mind. Maybe your experiences with racism, sexism, ableism, heterosexism, ageism, or sizeism have made you believe your body isn't the right kind of body. Whatever the reason, many of us don't feel at home in our bodies. But being disconnected from ourselves as bodies means being disconnected from truly living and from the interconnection that weaves us all together. Psychologist and award-winning researcher Hilary McBride explores the broken and unhealthy ideas we have inherited about our body. Embodiment is the way we are in the world, and our embodiment is heavily influenced by who we have been allowed to be. McBride shows us that many of us feel disembodied due to colonization, racism, sexism, and patriarchy, destructive systems that rank certain bodies as less valuable, beautiful, or human than others. Embracing our embodiment can liberate us from these systems. As we come to understand the world around us and the stories we've been told, we see that our perspective of reality often limits how we see and experience ourselves, each other, and what we believe is sacred. Instead of the body being a problem to overcome, our bodies can be the very place where we feel most alive, the seat of our spirituality and our wisdom. The Wisdom of Your Body offers a compassionate, healthy, and holistic perspective on embodied living. It keeps going. There's like 3 more sentences, but that's a lot.
That's a lot. But
and
that sounds super interesting.
Yeah. How many times can I say the word body?
Body.
Embodied.
Body embodied.
Mm-hmm.
Embodiment. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So this is something that I have wanted to learn more about. You know me, I love a good like Brené Brown.
I was like, how do I know her name? I follow her on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was like, Hilary McBride. How do we know that?
Yeah, I love Brené Brown, Emily Nagoski. Like I like a lot of these type of books about, you know, the way that you experience emotions in the world around you and connection And so I'm curious about embodiment. I personally have been someone to like push my emotions down and like not address them and just like keep going. And so that's been something that I've been working on, you know, with like especially a lot of Brene Brown stuff about feeling your feelings. So I think embodiment is going to be a good like next step to just like just be in my body and
I like it.
Feel my feelings and be a whole person.
I'll be here with you and you want to feel those feelings. I love talking feelings.
Yeah.
And not very many of my friends like to talk feelings. And I'm like, how does that make you feel?
Tell me everything.
Tell me everything. No, that's super intriguing. Definitely sounds like a book that my sister would love to discuss with you.
Yes, I would love to discuss this with your sister.
And I'll be like, sounds good, guys. Y'all need refills? Because no, I think it's super interesting. Those books, like, I'm so intrigued by them, but they're so hard for me to read for some reason.
Yeah.
It's like I need someone to give me like the Spark Note version of like every good thing I needed to take from that book. Just give it to me like in a little PowerPoint slideshow, please.
Okay.
Can you do that for me?
Maybe. We'll see. I mean, I may not agree with what she has to say. We'll see.
Well, no matter what, it's going to be interesting and it's going to make you think about things, even if you don't fully come like down on the same position or like side or stance that she takes or whatever.
Yeah.
There was like a list. Can I see it real quick?
Yeah. I know. I hope I like it because I've read some like The Body Keeps the Score is one that a lot of people have read. That one was good, talking about like trauma, holding trauma in your body, like physically, like the.
I'm like,
But that one was very like dense scientifically, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how this one is.
I think this one's interesting too because it's obviously talking about like the body and probably like a little bit of body image, but it's looking at it from a different perspective, which I think is interesting.
The systems that impact your perspective of your body.
Yeah. Like I like the line where it's like maybe your experiences with racism, sexism, ableism, heterosexism, ageism, or sizeism have made you believe your body isn't the right kind of body. Like I think that line, like when you read that, I was like, oh, that's so good. I love the whole conversation of like, depending on the different like power dynamics you're under and stuff like that, like how like we're almost like taught or conditioned to believe things.
Yeah.
Because like somebody in authority told us that we were supposed to think or believe like that. I don't know, like that whole stuff, like all of that. I deal with that a lot. Like, man, English teacher Beccah tonight. Like we've been talking about that in one of my classes about word choice and like even like which prefixes and suffixes you choose can change like meaning depending on like how you want to use your power and authority to like shape your message.
You know I would eat that up.
I know.
Can I enroll in your class?
Please. My next class is Friday morning at 9 a.m.
I will be at work.
Fine, whatever. I'm not a real friend. I'm just kidding.
Send me the assignments. I'll do the work.
Anyways, we brought some interesting books.
This was serious. This was like, Professor Beccah and Student Summer.
But you know what I think is interesting? I think that we both brought books like this tonight because of what we're about to talk about.
You know, I think you're right.
Our Spotlight segment. So if all of you who are like, wow, that episode was a little different, I think our Spotlight segment might explain why we both picked up kind of different books right now.
We're going through a bit of a different reading season.
Yeah. You want to tell us about that Spotlight segment?
You know I do. All right, it's time for our Spotlight segment. Today, we're talking about something every reader eventually faces. The dreaded book slump.
Book slump.
Womp, 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 womp. Me. But
Sorry, come back.
But before we get into how we climb our way out of a book slump, I thought we should probably explain what a book slump is in case some of our listeners aren't familiar with the term. So Beccah, what does a book slump look like to you?
Yeah. Okay. So a book slump, first of all, looks like the reading list I just brought for this episode. No. Okay. So sometimes I get in what my version of a book slump is. I don't really always know what causes them. Sometimes it might be that I just like read this like epic series that took so much of my energy, or like something sad that just kind of got me down. I don't always know what's caused mine. Sometimes I do. Sometimes it's just like a bad week, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I get in this place that it's like I have lots of books started, but I just like either don't have the energy or the desire, the drive, like whatever, to finish any of them. And then I get overwhelmed because I'm not finishing any of them.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of like set in this pit of despair. And I'm looking at all these books and I'm like, that one returns in 2 days. And I only read 20% of it. And that one returns in 7 days. And I've read 50% of it. So I need to do this one because it ends in 2. And then I just I just can't. And then I just like stare at my phone instead. And just rot that brain out instead of just reading a book. So that's what a book's like. That's literally what mine feels like. It's not always that like I'm depressed, but it's like my book version of being depressed a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
So like, what does a book slump look like for you?
So I talked about this on our end of the year podcast, where last year from like February through May, I was in a really big book slump, and I still read about like, I don't know, 3 to 4 books a month.
Yeah.
Back then.
But they feel like such a chore.
It feels like a chore.
Yeah.
I wasn't motivated, and it's just like slow going and guilty and just not enjoying anything. And it might be a good book, but yeah, if my like momentum isn't there, I don't want to pick it up.
Yeah. Well, and that's why like it's been weird because I think we've both, for different reasons, like the past couple months have just been wild. And I think we're both like slumpy right now. I definitely am. Which is why, like, I picked up the cat book, which is funny because it's kind of like an emotional book, but I feel like that's kind of what my book slump needed a little bit. Like, sometimes I'm like, I need to just go pick up a quick romance real quick. But, like, I was like, no, I think I just need to, like, trudge through some of this with an emotional book, which is why I picked it. But I think that's why our books are different, this podcast, because I think both of us are just kind of like, Anyways.
A lot of my book slump moments are usually due to external reasons.
Yeah.
Like in my personal life, I have less time to pick up a physical book, or in my physical life, in my personal life,
in my physical embodiment.
There's some reason that I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Maybe because my brain is so overworked or my brain power is being sent to something else. I just don't have like the want to pick up a book and like think.
You know what sometimes will send me into one? If there's a book that I just need a DNF, which means do not finish, I just need to put it down and I need to move on, but I can't.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I've invested so much time in it and it's just killing me.
And it slows you down on everything.
It's eating at my soul.
Yeah.
And then it's ruining all my books for me.
Or sometimes.
I'm still trying to finish a freaking Christmas book and I'm like, just finish that book.
I actually DNF'd a Christmas book the other day.
Yeah, that's because your dog ate it.
Yeah, but it gave me the permission to DNF it.
This is a true story. This is like my dog ate my homework moment.
Yeah, my dog ate my book. It was a pretty book too.
That beautiful
Shredded
book.
Sometimes I get in a book slump because I've read an amazing book and then nothing can compare. And so I just can't read anything else.
Yeah, I've done that before too. Okay. How do we get out of them? What do we do?
What's the magic fix?
SOS. Save our man on the sea ship. Our Moby Dick of the sea. Okay, I'm going to stop. Our ancient mariner. Okay.
Yeah, so.
I should be dismissed. Okay, so if I'm slumping, one of the things I do, which is like, again, what I did with this book, with this cat book, because this is kind of like, I do feel like it helped me a little bit, is just lower the bar for myself. This is not the time for me to reach for this like really dense literary fiction as I pick up The Old Man of the Sea.
And ceremony.
Again, maybe I need that right now for some reason. But I think ceremony also played into a little bit of my book slump.
Sure.
A little bit. That one was like before.
Heavy.
That's one that's taken me a while because I think I started slumping. But lowering that bar, I don't need to be picking up like a 700-page book right now.
You know what you could pick up? A 3-hour robot book.
I could. That's why, like, literally, I was like, maybe I'll start it tonight. Like, I wasn't kidding. I just like need something short, which is why I feel like I've kind of been living in the novella.
Yeah.
a little bit right now because like I need quick wins. They make me feel like, I don't know if it's like that endorphin rush a little bit, but it's like, got something checked off. It's like when you check something off like a to-do list and you're like, oh, I feel accomplished. So something short, something fast-paced, emotionally uncomplicated. I'm like completely contradicting myself right now with my cat book. But, things like that, like something super unserious, like something just silly or whatever. Like that helps me. Like, I just have to remember, like, what am I trying to prove here? I'm not trying to prove anything to myself. I just need to, like, feel like I completed something.
Yeah, that can be something to restart your momentum again.
Which, like, I felt really good when I finished this cat book, even though I was crying. Because I was like, I finished that in, like, 2 days. Well, I mean, I started last night. It was 6 hours. It was not that long. But I was like, I finished that in, like, a day. Like, I felt good to just be like,
you got it.
Good. And I was excited to listen to it. That always helps too. So,
yeah.
What about you? What's one of your things?
So something you could do is changing up your format. So for me, honestly, I feel like I've been in like a multi-year physical book slump where just because of, again, like this life stage I'm in, I don't have a ton of time to read physical books. So, maybe the slump isn't about the story itself. It's about how I'm consuming it. So I could try switching into an audiobook. That's why audiobooks have been such a hit for me the last really 2-3 years. Ebooks in the last year and a half, maybe I've gotten more into like an e-reader. I have a Kindle.
And you've been reading some on that the past couple of weeks too.
I have. Yeah. So changing the format to whatever is most accessible to me in the time so that I can have that forward momentum. That can be helpful.
That's good.
Or even, having that going while I'm doing a task that I can't get out of, like laundry. I can have that story going through that format.
I get asked a lot, like, how do you like read so much, Beccah? Like, wow, you're just so amazing. How do you get through? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, people tell you that
all the time. But I do get asked a lot, like, how do you read so many dang books? And I'm like, because I listen to them in mundane tasks. Mundane tasks. I'll get that out. Like if I'm loading the dishwasher or doing laundry, things like that, I just have it in my ear, and it makes the task more enjoyable because I'm like getting to get something out of it.
And then if it's a really good book, maybe I'm like looking for chores to do, like I'm gonna go vacuum. I
gotta go step away from everybody for a little bit 'cause I have some chores. Okay, I just want to listen to my book. Okay, so another go-to for me, which I think more of y'all need to do this more, grab for your comfort reads. A good reread is such a good help for me because I need to grab something. Usually I'm looking for a certain feeling. So if I need something that's just going to be I just need a quick happy romance, I'm going to go pick one of my favorites because I know the feeling that book's going to give me. So sometimes in my book slump, I try to examine what am I needing right now? We're getting real psychological.
I know.
This episode is strange. But I basically grab a comfort read that fits the feeling that I need. Helps a ton. I'm a big rereader. You already know that. Because, people are always I want to get that first feeling back. I'm but I do get those feelings when I read the books again. I am just as joyful and happy. I still get butterflies when I read my favorite scenes, or that scene still brings me to tears or whatever.
Yeah.
So comfort reads, I think, really are helpful. Because it helps us also remember that we're here, this is for enjoyment too.
Yeah.
And so something about removing that pressure of oh, I've got to check these off my list, or maybe it's what's going to happen next? And sometimes you want that. Sometimes you want that angst, or you want the slow burn or whatever it is. But sometimes when you're in a slump, it's just go for your comfort.
Yeah.
I read a book recently and I was slumping, and the book kind of brought me out of it. Made me really happy. I just restarted it. Just read it again.
Immediately. Wow.
Just read it back to back because I was like, that book made me so happy, and I've just not felt, not that I've been like sad, but you know what I'm saying? I was just been, like, I haven't had a book that made me feel like that, and I just immediately started over, and I was like, ugh. I literally finished it again.
It felt as good the second time.
It felt as good the second time, and I was like, okay, I needed it twice. Does that make sense? Like, I literally needed it twice. Yeah. Anyone else do that? Is that just me? I do it quite often, actually.
I do not immediately restart. But then again, I'm not as much of a rereader. Mm-hmm. And I will say, you know, I also have been, maybe not slumping, but I've been going through some heavier things in my personal life lately that have made it more challenging to pick up new books. And so majority, maybe, of the books that I have read this year have actually been rereads.
I know. We've talked about that. Like,
yeah, I think
we've been killing it.
And over the last month, I've reread 5 books,
which is like more than you read all last year.
Yeah, last year I reread 2, and they were for book clubs. These, I mean, I guess 3 of them were the Hunger Games
classics.
Yeah, reread some classics, but like they were like mostly for me, just to reread them.
Yeah, this year yours have been,
and it's been really nice
because I'm telling you, it's so fun. Like rereading, like I think people just don't think it's going to be the same. I'm like, actually it's more because you pick up more detail because you already know it's coming. So then you pick up on new things. I have done that twice this year where I've just started the book immediately over.
I might have to try that sometime.
2 books. I literally read it and said, I just want to read it again. And I said, why not? And I just started over. I did it twice this year. It's only February.
Wow, okay. Beccah.
I know. I have a problem.
No, I mean, hey, if it's
I do feel sometimes like embarrassed to go like mark that I read it twice on Goodreads, but like I'm getting credit for reading that twice.
Yeah, it's going towards your challenge.
I don't care what people think.
So I will say my most like go-to recommendation that I have for trying to get out of a slump is to switch up your genre. And this is something that I now kind of proactively try to do.
You do this by choice a lot.
Yeah, because in the past I would get bogged down. And so by choice now, I really try to be intentional with still my like mood readery tendencies to pick up different genres consistently. Like I'll read a romance and then a mystery, and then I'll read a literary fiction, and then I'll read a classic, and then I'll read another romance. And I will say this can also just be like pick up something that you would never read. I think that is also something that has pulled me personally out of a slump before. The thing that saved me last year, the book that saved me last year.
Are you going to say it?
I'm going to admit it. I can't believe I'm going to admit it on the podcast. I read Morning Glory Milking Farm. And it fixed my reading. It was she
brought in the smut.
I did. It was
couldn't go an episode without it.
Beyond what I was normally reading that I was like, okay, I can read a book now.
To your defense, it was super hyped, and we were like,
in all book club.
We were all like, why are people reading this? And Summer's like, I'll find out.
And you know what? It fixed my reading. I was broken, and it fixed me.
Let's not look into that too much. Oh man, I cannot wait for that to be on our like book mentions.
Put that one in there. CM Nacosta. But no, I finished that book and I was like, okay, I finished that book. I can finish another one. I can read.
To think if I've had like a funny book like that's brought me out of something. I'm sure there has, but like that one cracks me because I know that did that for you.
Yeah. So something just totally out of left field, something you would never normally read, something that's different from what you're used to will maybe just shake you out of your slump.
I have so many thoughts. And I'm not going to go there. No, I think that is a good one though. I completely agree. Okay. I also want to say it. Some people might disagree, and sometimes I even disagree. So this might be a little controversial, but sometimes it's like, just take a break. Like if you need a break, just stop. Like, give yourself permission to not read for a few days, if that's what you need. Some of you are like, I go like months without reading. Then you don't need this advice. You need to pick up the book, okay?
Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding. No, but like sometimes I think people get in slumps and they put a book down and then like they just don't come back to it.
Yeah.
I'm being aggressive, but that's what I mean. Like sometimes it's like, no, actually, like don't like come back. Like just because you were like in a slump a month ago, try picking it up a week later. And see if you're still there or whatever. But like some people, like myself, like you, sometimes we need to give ourselves permission to like not read for a few days. Again, like I'm not saying for months, but like
or maybe for months.
I mean, maybe that was to myself. That would probably send me into like a sadder place. But like, I think like I sometimes get too worked up. Like when I'm in my slump, then I start like guilting myself.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm start like, well, what about my goal, my Goodreads goal? What about like, I'm not marking that I read today. And like, I care way too much on like, if I'm meeting these like checkpoints or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's not why we should be reading. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it boldly. We need to remember why we're reading sometimes. And it's not about like reaching a goal. And so sometimes I think I just need that permission to be like, it's okay if you didn't read today. And I know that there are people probably like, I don't read every day. That's why I'm kind of joking. Like, I know not every, but like I do. Like if I like, that is something like every day I need to be reading like something.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I have to be like, it's okay. Like just rest tonight.
Reading is a big part of your identity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's such a big part of what you love. You identify as a reader. We have a podcast talking about reading. Right. So it can be really hard when you feel disconnected from that part of your identity or that part of your personality and you're like struggling in that area. I think that is a good reminder. Like just because you're going through a slump right now doesn't mean you're no longer a reader. It just means you are going through a slump right now. Yeah.
And I think like sometimes those like exterior like things like the podcast and stuff like that, like if I am in a slump, I'm like, oh my gosh, like what am I gonna like bring or like what am I currently reading? And I'm like, just not like I'm lying, but like just tell the truth. Like just read the quick read real quick to get something like fun and different and like admit that you read Morning Glory Milking Farm if that's what it takes, you know?
Yeah.
I would be interested like for you guys to follow us on social media, but I would be interested for like feedback on like what people do for their slumps.
Oh yeah. We'll have to put a question box up.
Yeah.
What has fixed your slumps?
Because like I'm definitely like in one right now, but I don't know. This little Nana, the cat, may have healed my inner.
You got a good one finally.
I did. It was so good.
And you are restarting your momentum because you finished it.
I did. And I'm telling you, it's a thing. Like that's the reason I was like, I need 2 minutes because I just need it to be like, I finished it and I felt good. And it was like a good cry and it was beautiful. And I was like, that's a good one. And now tonight I'm like, what am I going to read? I'm already thinking about it.
There you go.
Maybe Murderbot.
Listen to the graphic audio.
Can't wait.
It was really good.
I mean, the fact that you liked it that much lets me know that it's not dumb.
No, not dumb.
So,
yeah.
I might read it.
Well, that was a I'm over here trying to be sentimental.
I feel like I've been too sentimental in this episode, so I'm like, beep, beep, boop, 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 boop. Beep, beep.
I was going to say that I really appreciated all of that vulnerability that you just shared.
That was classic Beccah, though. Like, let me be vulnerable for a second, and then maybe like, beep, 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 boop, boop. Beep, beep, beep. Because I like can't. Like, I'm like uncomfortable over here. Like, I've been too serious for too long.
This has been a more serious episode.
I know. What if people hate us?
Hey, we contain multitudes.
We can be multiple things.
Mm-hmm. We can be Morning Glory Milking Farm, and we can be Embodied.
I can be English professor and a chipmunk.
Okay, then.
On that note.
Well, that's it for this episode.
It needs to be, I think.
Thank you for listening and joining in on our bookish discussions.
If you enjoyed our podcast, please tell us you enjoyed this podcast. Please take a moment to rate and review us on whichever platform you're using to listen. That will help us grow and find more people to talk books with.
And connect with us on social media. You can find us at I Reckon I'll Read It on Instagram.
We're going to cut and run. Join us on the next episode of I Reckon I'll Read It.
Bye.
My robot got worse and worse as we went. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I almost just lost it all. Okay, I need to stop. Okay. Oh, Summer. Oh. I was having a whole moment there.